We have here the most misunderstood engine in the Ford F-150 lineup. It is the 2.7 EcoBoost. Let me pop the hood. Guys do not know what they're getting with this engine or not getting. You even open up the hood and this thing sits down and you're like, holy crap, where's the engine? Because it's small, right? This engine is competing with the 3.5 EcoBoost, the 3.5 Power Boost, the 5.0 V8. It's funny because even on my lot, I don't sell this 2.7 EcoBoost as well as a 3.5 because guys are, man, it's just a small engine. But this is a 6-cylinder turbo, not a 4-cylinder turbo. This is the 2.7 liter EcoBoost. I want to do the 5 things I love and 5 things I hate about this engine, but more or less just go over what I like and don't like about it. There is a lot of like, surprisingly. It is actually, doing my research on this thing, I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know, some points I didn't even know about it, and I want to share with you guys. So first and foremost, what I love about this engine, it is actually built like the big diesel engines. And what I mean by that is, instead of an aluminum block, it's a compacted graphite iron block, which is the same block they use in the big diesel trucks. You have a small engine, or I should say a small, really it's compact, right? It's very compact, and they needed something that could hold up to those turbos, to the what this engine is putting out in a small space. And so they needed a block. You know, the aluminum is fine in a 3.5. It's a bigger engine. There's more block to go around basically, but in this 2.7, they needed something powerful, right? They need something that's gonna hold up to these turbos, to what this engine can do. And we'll get into some of that, it's very impressive. But anyhow, guys, the graphite iron block, that's what this thing has. It's the same thing they're using in a 6.7 power truck, right? So the same thing they're using in the big boys. That's the first thing I love. Number 2 is that this engine uses a dual injection system. It's not just direct injection, it is direct injection and port injection. And the reason they did it is because your direct injection is the power component, right? There's more power, but the port injection is what keeps it clean and efficient. So when you have direct injection and port injection together, it basically is solving 2 issues. The way this thing was built and designed, very impressive. You know, the issues they would have with the older turbo engines is that you had carbon buildup. They just weren't reliable. A lot of carbon buildup led to a lot of issues with those turbos. They designed this thing the way they did. The dual injection setup. So again, just a smart setup. We have a graphite iron block. You got dual injection. This thing was thought through when they designed it. And I didn't know all this about the 2.7 EcoBoost because, to be honest, it was never an engine that sold well for me. And I'm like, man, whatever, it's a 2.7. Looking into it, I'm like, this thing's kind of impressive. So the other thing that I love, number 3, is that it has a very low RPM torque delivery. What I mean by that is the max torque, right? So when you hit max torque, it's coming in at a lower RPM. So this thing hits max torque at 2,750 RPMs, which is super low, which basically means that you don't have as much turbo lag. You get in this truck and you hit the throttle, it goes right away. You're right, we're a 3.5 EcoBoost, it's gonna take a little bit longer because that engine has a lot more torque, a lot more horsepower. It's set up more for towing and for your heavier duty use, right, in an F-150. This engine is 325 horsepower, 400 pound-foot of torque, and I think the 3.5 EcoBoost is 400 horsepower, 500 pound-foot of torque. The horsepower rating is quite a bit less, a 3.5, and the torque's also a bit less. You know, this engine, I should say, was designed for daily driving. This is your ultimate daily driving engine. When you're zipping around, you don't have a ton of turbo lag. You know, it's designed heavy duty, but it's not heavy duty, right? Like that graphite iron block, something you don't have to rev out to get moving, right? So again, the lack of turbo lag, super impressive how they set that up. The other thing would be this, right? So because your engine, of course, sits on your front axle, the lighter your engine is, the easier this truck's gonna handle, the better it's gonna handle. And that is really what makes this F-150 with the 2.7, it feels light on its feet. So maneuvering it, zipping in and out of parking spaces, pulling in and out of traffic or stop and go traffic, you have a very light, compact truck because of that engine and because of how it sits on the front axle. So it's really more of a weight factor for this 2.7 EcoBoost. Because it is lighter, the truck is more maneuverable and it's per se light on its feet. So guys, number 5, what I love about this engine, the amount of horsepower and torque that this thing puts out. Puts a lot less stress on this engine than the 3.5 does, right? So the 2.7, like I went over before, less horsepower, less torque. 3.5 is more. A lot less stress on the engine itself. The 3.5 EcoBoost is also the aluminum block. This is a graphite iron block, right? So again, heavy duty diesel engine block versus the aluminum block, which still isn't bad on the 3.5. It's just not as heavy duty. You know, this 2.7, less stress, right? And what does it mean? Longer shelf life. That's what I like about it. So again, all of these things adding up, that 3.5 is built for heavier use, which is great, but you have more stress on your engine block. This 2.7, lighter use, you know, so for the guy that wants to put on 300,000 miles, you may want to consider this 2.7 EcoBoost, right? And I say less stress, but on top of that, you're getting better fuel economy, right? You're going to get somewhere in the low to mid 20s with this 2.7 EcoBoost, and it's a truck you can run for forever, right? So again, really like this engine, guys. Let's get into some of the points now, the things that I don't like as much about this engine. And I'll be honest, that was harder to find than you would think. So again, super impressive little engine. Let's get into number one, what I dislike about this engine. This is where, again, I'm getting technical, but the cooling system on this engine is complex. Because of the size of the engine, because how everything's packed into a tiny space, the way they built this engine, they put the exhaust, they integrated the exhaust manifold directly into the cylinder head, right? Instead of separating the exhaust manifold, right? Which is great. It reduces turbo lag, improves efficiency, but what it also does is dumps a lot of heat into the cooling system, right? Because it's sitting right on top, the exhaust manifold sitting right on top of the cylinder head, right? Makes that cooling system all the more complex. It makes sense why they did it, but it also means good luck fixing this thing, right? Like, it just makes it all the more complex to try to fix by yourself, which granted, this could be said of any of these modern small turbo engines. They are very complex, right? And that's, I think, the thing with this. If there's a dislike, right, that's dislike number one. Improve some areas, it's going to detract from others. Number two, because of the size of this engine, this 2.7 EcoBoost, you have less engine braking. The bigger your engine, the more engine brake you're gonna have. So when you let off the gas, the vehicle's gonna slow itself down. So the bigger your engine, that's the more it's gonna do it. With this smaller engine, you know, it's going to coast a lot more than that 3.5 EcoBoost would. Therefore, you're gonna be using the brakes more or more aggressively. Maybe a minor thing, but it is something, guys, to consider. You know, like, you're not getting some of that engine braking that you might on a bigger engine. Number three, this is kind of the point that guys get stuck on with this 2.7 is the towing capacity. You know, again, this is not the truck built for heavy everyday work. Not that you're really buying an F-150 for heavy everyday work, but you know, it is something to consider. The 2.7 is the efficiency, right? It's built around fuel efficiency. It's built around that everyday driving. It's not built for the max towing capacity, right? So max tow on this around 10,000 pounds. 3.5 EcoBoost is about 13,500 pounds. So again, 3,500 pound difference in towing, but the bigger difference is the way this engine was built and geared. It is built for fuel efficiency and that commuter truck. Weak point on this truck is definitely towing. And to be honest, that's the fact. That's the thing I hear about the most. Most of my guys that come in here are like, it's a 2.7, it's too small, I don't want that engine. Again though, if you're not towing, sweet freaking engine, guys. Point number five, but also in closing, this thing is just the misunderstood engine. It really is just buyer misconception, right? People don't know what they're getting or not getting with this engine. They just see small engine. They're like, it's the smallest engine, the cheapest turbo engine that Ford offers. I don't want it. And to be honest with you, I would be on the same, I would have been that way. I mean, I always was that way, right? I was like, the 2.7, it's not really a truck I want to buy. It doesn't sell as well on my lot. I'll be honest, guys, doing the research on this engine, it is very impressive what they did with it and how it's built. And I think that from a long-term reliability standpoint, it's totally an engine I would consider. How many of you are actually towing 13,000 pounds with an F-150, right? I mean, most people, you're probably towing 8,000 pounds max with your 1,500 truck, with your F-150. So this 2.7, I would definitely consider this. I would definitely recommend that engine. And guys, heck, if nothing else, just the fact that it's got the same engine block as a diesel truck, as a full-size heavy-duty truck, I love that. Let me know what you think. 2.7 EcoBoost. Again, if you want more quality truck reviews like this, be sure to hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.